Just a great evening outside this radiologically controlled area, and I've definitely had my share of radiation. Just a nice evening, just nice. Well, hey, I'm out here and trying to tie up a few loose ends, so I'm going to do a little grinding. And so I'll turn on that American rotary ADX. I got a green light up there, it comes on, see? Okay, so here it is. Here's the tool and cutter grinder. And I got this in a different position than what I had it. This is a nice spot to operate from. So I'll let you watch for a little while. And I'll move the camera around so you can see some of the things I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is finish grinding this chuck key. I took the handle out of the chuck key and the body's in there. Somebody had taken and ground on it and tried to make a smaller chuck key, and I took and cut that off. So I'm going to try to restore the slightly bigger than ½ inch square that it had. So I'll turn the machine on here. It's got noticeably more power with that nice phase converter, I'll tell you that. That's the right direction. Okay, I've got a good seat right here. Looks like the camera's still working fine. And I've got the controls right here. I'm gonna roll this thing in. Right about there, I'm going to feed it. I'm going to move the head down 20,000. I'm going to start rolling it back and forth. We caught it. Okay, now I'm going to just feed it a couple of thousandths at a time. Taking about 20,000 steps. Feeding it about 2.5 each swat there. That's not overloading the wheel. And that's a Norton seated gel blue wheel, about 60 grit and quite a soft grade. Real cool grinding. I'm out of the blast zone of the wheel, but just in case I bump it. Because you can blow a wheel off this thing really easy. You have to be very careful with this machine. It's doing okay there. On this side here. Just fighting right along there. Looking good. It is really nice to have a decent fitting chuck key. I've really got a piece of junk on this thing, and this is just going to be a real welcome thing. This is for my eBay 8-inch Cushman direct mount D16 3-jar chuck. It is running quite true at the moment. How are we doing there? Well, we're going slow. Don't have to get in too much of a hurry. I just go slow, and this will be a tool I'll use for years. I hope you're all doing good and finding things to do in your shop. If you're not, let me know and I'll find something for you to do. It takes a little while. Yeah, this is a 1942 number 2 Cincinnati tool and cut grinder that ended up in this Manhattan project, plutonium production out here at Hanford. And it wears all the appropriate tags. Government war machine. Kind of mesmerizing me here. This is really a handy machine. It's a lot like a lathe and a milling machine for hardened steel, carbide, even glass. Just a fantastic machine tool. I've seen these modified in many different ways and used for specific purposes. Looking good. If I get more room, which might happen, I don't know, I'm likely to get a special tool grinder for grinding radiuses, like a monoset. But I would rather have the more wider, simpler version, the Pratt & Whitney OK. I actually could use the machine when I'm woodworking. It's got two things going here. Oh, that looks good. Imagine a nice chuck key that exactly fits. This is good material too. It's hardened nearly all the way through. It would have been very, very hard on the military, I'll tell you that. You really want to stay out of the lateral zone of that wheel. See, this table weighs probably 300 pounds. And I'm moving it real easy with a geared small wheel, and I'll show that real quick in a little bit. But if that wheel head was way too low and this table gets away from you, and I can show you how that can happen, that would be a very big deal. Zooming right in the last of it here. Yeah, you want to be very careful with this machine. I know a lot of people think I'm careless the way I do stuff. I suggest they make videos and show me how to do things. No, you know, I understand. One of the things I had to do throughout my career of being in business for myself was being in business for myself. And you add that on top of the machine work, and that's a whole other dimension. It's different than just working for somebody or some company. Okay, that's at the end. How we look at? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Doesn't that look nice? That is nice. So this is my index setup. Very simple. You see that wedge lever here? I'm going to lift that up, and I mark with red ink the 90 degrees. This is a 24-hole plate, and it's the holes are numbered. So there we are, ready to grind there. And you know, just so I don't lose my space and crash a wheel, I'll take and I'll mark this. I'm grinding on the 2. When I come around the X, I know to lower the wheel. Okay, I'm going to set up and show you something else here. Okay, here's your small table control hand wheel. It's a pinion on the end of this that grabs on the rack. I've got it pulled out and it runs free. So when you push it in, it grabs the table rack, see? And then you can pull it out and reposition it and get this, what there is of a little handle in another uncomfortable place. Now, the later machines will have another set of knobs on the front of the machine. This is a very early one, and it doesn't have those. So this is your table control here. But I want to point out on these machines, you don't have to just, you know, like keep both hands on that. You can steady the table on more delicate grinding, like you're feeding something really slow in. You can steady the table. You can also feed the table by hand, okay? But you got to keep in mind, if you give this a spin, the table's going to go flying, see, and it'll come back here. You don't want to run an object into the wheel like that, because the wheel can explode on it. The wheel's right here. Yeah. See that? How that glides like that? Okay, so you really kind of want to know where you are at all times. Now over here, let's see if I can loosen this here. Hello. Oh, I'm going to unscrew that again. Hold on. Right down here. I got this on a Noga Fat Boy indicator holder. Seems to work pretty good. There we go. Okay, I can see. Now here's the feed hand wheel that I'm pulling the tool that I'm grinding into the wheel. So I'm feeding this about 2,000, okay? And we'll get grinding and maybe get the camera back a little bit and you can, you know, kind of see this. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think you can basically see what I'm doing here. It's a very friendly machine once you get used to it. I have the laugh looking at videos and stuff on YouTube. It looks like a bunch of the geniuses all decided to get tool and cutter grinders and all of a sudden didn't do anything with them, huh? That's just part of the weird stuff. This is one of the most important tools that you can have, especially if you have a horizontal milling machine. A must-have for the jig bore and super precision work like on the Monarch 10EE. Just something like that, just running it back and forth. Don't want to take too much of a bite. I think we're doing just fine. But I'm staying out of that blast zone. I'm over here. The blast zone's going to go by your ear over here, your left ear. So, if the wheel flows, you know what to do. I've never blown a straight wheel off this machine, but I've blown a couple of cup wheels. You got to be very careful with those. This is a diamond cup wheel, but that's no problem on here. But I'm talking about the difficult ones that are down on the wall over there. Oh, see, I lost it. Got to be sure to hold that in. Nothing would have happened. Okay, I think you see enough of that. I'll come back and we'll look at the finished results. Okay, one more thing done, and it's just going to be nice to have this chuck wrench that fits. It's just great. Just fantastic. I'll use this for years. It took me a while to fix it, but now I got another handle. It seems like I'm on handles, and maybe I'm doing everything to avoid the big job on that drill press. I don't know. Maybe I'm still thinking about that. Okay, that's a done deal there. Now the next one, it's like most lathes, you can operate the clutch from the apron, and these Axelsons, usually the lever's missing. And what I've come up with, found this out there at the recovery yard. It's a motor crank, probably off an old Caterpillar, I don't know, but it's got a square there. And what I'm thinking is that this would be an acceptable lever to operate the clutch, being cast. It's hollow down to a point, then it's got the square. So I'll saw it off, and then I'll braze a sleeve in it, and then bore and broach it for that keyway and a set screw to hold it. Then fabricate a handle that matches these handles. And you know what? I think it would be hard to tell this wasn't a factory part, but it'll sure make it more convenient to operate the clutch from the apron back here for just a lot of different operations. Get the machine to reverse when tapping and those kinds of things. Oh my goodness. Okay, still heading over there to that. I got the Monarch 10EE for sale covered up there to fully protect it from all this grinding. Okay, now I'm going to get back on that Monarch 10EE, and I'm going to have some interesting things to say about the entire subject. Okay, I'm going to load this video and I will be back.